Guitarist, author, composer and arranger Billy Monama is on a mission to fix the music education system in South African black schools. In his quest to achieve his mission, the Introduction to South African Guitar Stars author is hosting a South African music colloquium on the 8th of November at Wits University Humanities Graduate Center at Southwest Engineering Building in Braamfontein. Monama has lined up several experts from several fields and departments, including UNESCO's panel of experts for cultural policy and governance. So he joins us now on Zoom to tell us more about his latest project. Billy Monama, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Morning Live. I suppose we should start with what is the status quo in relation to music and South African black schools. What has been your assessment of what it looks like at the moment?
Good morning, Lebu, and the viewers at home. Through the years that I've been conducting the workshops and master classes, I realized that subsequent from the master classes and workshops we conducted, the students, the learners, they still go back to the system. We do workshops to advance them in African music, but when they go back to school, there's no kind of a reference into that investment from our workshops in master classes, and there are so many reasons. So I've done the consultations with the Department of Education experts. For the first time, I knew that there was, I got to learn about curriculum and assessment policy. That is what is called CAPS. So now in that policy, I saw that there is a content of South African music education. So the reason of this colloquium is for us to find partnership with advancing that South African content that is in school. The status right now is that the teachers, they don't know how to educate this music because themselves, they did not study this African music. So now for the kitchen to change the menu, we need to train the chef. And so as teachers, we need to train the teachers so that the teachers, they are able to teach African music in schools.
Yeah. So speak to us about the experts that you've lined up for the colloquium and what are some of the key issues that you guys will dissect at the colloquium?
Look, this colloquium is a delicate project that I've ever done in my life because it has to do with the status quo of the education, and I've treated it in a meticulously, because the research was conducted and consultations and so forth. I invited the experts, so that they can unpack all these things that we don't know as authors and researchers. So now the Gauteng Department of Education, they've given me a pardon, but Billy, we hear you, what do you want to do? I told them that I want to do a colloquium, and this colloquium, it will be for the first. I do acknowledge that this is the national matter of importance, but we're starting now, with the province, so that we engage with the Department of Education as authors and researchers, because when we write books, we don't know what are the outlines of the policy. So to have them on the panel, they will be guiding us, and there's what is called that. What I got to learn about it is learning and training, supporting material. So now they will tell us how do the books go into schools to be part of the curriculum. So there will be a lot that will be unpacking. That is why I invited all these curriculum specialists and the educational specialists from the Department of Education.
What are you hoping comes out of this colloquium? It's one thing to have this conversation, it's another thing to implement it. How long have you given yourself for implementation or revisiting this topic again?
Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't want. My wish is to not have this conversation to just clap hands and go home. There's a follow-up meeting. After the colloquium. So remember when we are working. After the meeting, after the colloquium, there's a meeting that I'm going to have to discuss the outcome of the colloquium, and we hope that in the next year, we will have materials being in schools. That's what I'm hoping for. That is my primary. The primary objective actually is just a collaboration between Department of Education and authors who are writing educational books.
Yeah, and don't you think that teachers already have enough on their plate without adding on to what they already have?
The teachers, they don't have adequate material. That is one thing I know, because the teachers, remember, the teachers are musicians as well, so they are my fellow colleagues as far as that segment of their career. They tell me all the time that, Billy, we don't have material. So now, back then there was no material. So today there are materials.
Yeah. So
now then, how do we get it into the curriculum and be part of the curriculum, and then we go back to the caps, to the policy, and then we re-amend it. So that's where we are going to implement. And to implement it, like I have said to you, that we need to first start with the teachers. We train the teachers, and it will happen, So now, this for the first time, we're going to discuss it. And I wouldn't want to make this discussion 10 years. I am in my plan, we want to have this discussion twice. Now we're doing it with the Gauteng province, and the next time it happens with national. And then from there, we need implementation.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Next time we speak, I will be telling you that the books are in schools.
Yeah. All right. So give us details about the colloquium, where and when.
The colloquium is going to happen on the 8th of November. I know people, they know that I'm a musician. I won't be performing on the day. They must not expect the performance. It's going to be on the 8th of November at Wits, at Humanities Graduate Center in Braamfontein. The arrival, is 5 o'clock, and we're gonna kickstart our session at 6 o'clock. So now we have all the agenda ready. We're gonna be talking about how to authors, present their books, and how to, so it's gonna be a great day.
All right, Billy Monama. Thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with the colloquium. Guitarist, author, composer, and arranger Billy Monama speaking to us about South African Music Education Colloquium that seeks to preserve our heritage by restoring music education in our black schools, as he said, taking place on the 8th of November.